What's good, y'all? You dub back at it again here in 2019, and I've so far done like four different uh, fan fiction characters. They've been a blast to do, just theorize, go all kind of crazy. And this one is one of the most classic ones that I'll read. I got reminded to do this one. Um, Star Wars fans, you see the title, Darth Jar Jar Binks. Now, this was actually a very popular fan theory that apparently writers do not want. They don't want anything to do with this theory. They do not want my man to get some shine. You had a lot of people meme it because they can't. Apparently, a lot of people can't stand Jar Jar Binks. I've never had a problem with Jar Jar ever. Okay, I thought it was a funny character. I thought his character was interesting. They blame him for the rise. You can't blame him for the rise of Emperor Palpatine. You cannot blame him. Oh, it's his what? No. There's some stories that say he became broken, destitute, some mess like that, and whatnot. I love the idea of a Darth Jar Jar Binks. I think it should be happen. Somebody need to do a continuity where it does happen, where he was the one behind the whole scene. You can say, well, what about Ruler 2? Here's the thing. You're trying to tell me that there could not have been another Sith that arose who, let's say, someone was led to grab, a dark side user or sway to the dark side, whatever you will. Someone who read the old Sith text and is like, nah, fam, I don't believe it. Because we know that Sith, ancient texts and different things existed all across the the known galaxy, right? Here's the thing: you're trying to tell me that only Sith Lords would have stumbled upon or had knowledge of? I don't buy it. You could argue to say that maybe Darth Plagueis actually had a secret apprentice. Okay, possibly. You could say maybe there was. You could write it a number of ways. But Darth Plagueis pulling things behind the scene to see if Palpatine was the true Sith to complete destiny, but just playing the whole galaxy the whole time. And it would be crazy if he had a different force ability to manipulate probabilities. Now I'll get back to that. What I've deemed him Darth Cometus, okay, Darth Cometus. I really do think Darth Darth Jar Jar Darth Cometus would be a phenomenal character. You could write it so many different ways. Not an evil Sith like we've seen, but someone who was so masterful in the dark side, but yet it didn't corrupt him. That would be really cool. Someone whose connection to the dark side, like, sustained his life, if that will, taking it back to some of the ancient Jedi. It's one of the arguably the most powerful dark side user we've ever seen, possibly ever in existence. Someone who potentially, maybe even ancient, could have lived for hundreds of years, even if you wanted to take it that route. Like the expanse of Darth Jar Jar would be incredible. Someone who could live and live and live. Maybe laid low, maybe the Empire wasn't great to him, but waited for a time period where, Luke he saw Luke and waited for his time to arise. Maybe could outlive all of them. If you want to go in Legends continuity, maybe could outlive the rule of one. Who knows? You could say potentially his race lived a long time like Yoda. So that can work as well. There are so many ways to be able to write it. Now, what all ability? Force lightning, casually. Like I said, ability, probability of manipulation. Um, I mean, the sky's the limit. The fact that his force abilities go completely cloaked. He's not even sensed. Not even Palpatine had a sense of him. Not Yoda. None of the greatest force users had a sense of him. He can conceal his presence that much. He can conceal malice and whatnot. And he simply utilizes the dark side. He doesn't try to enslave it. He just lets it flow. He is the force itself. Darth Commodus would be, is he immortal? Is he from days old and days past just watching the universe, trying to make plays? Maybe allowing things to be his plaything? You're talking about an entity that may be nearly as powerful as father, daughter, son, someone potentially that powerful. What are your thoughts? What do you think of the potential, the possibility of a Darth Jar Jar? I'm curious. To me, this is a one of the most fascinating concepts that never got explored in all of Star Wars. All right, y'all. Unexpected one, like, comment, subscribe. Any other suggestions? I got a bunch of fan fiction characters that I'd like to do. Some of them will obviously be more in depth than some of these ones. I wanted to present a kind of brief breakdown of what I think he could do. Probability manipulation, force lightning, um, the ability to completely conceal his presence. As far as a dark side user, I mean, greatly powerful, but doesn't really act. So we wouldn't ever really be able to see how powerful he is, unless he needed to fight. I think he would be so powerful. Last thing I would say, he's so powerful in the Force, he doesn't even need to use a lightsaber, which would be insanity. Because even Palpatine used a lightsaber. Someone more powerful than Palpatine, Yoda, Anakin. Come on now, that would be incredible. Someone who could go up against Mace Windu without a lightsaber. Just saying. That would be beastly to see. A Darth Jar Jar dodging all over the place, doing drunken boxing. And maybe he's a hand in hand specialist. Drunken boxing. That would be cool as hell to see, bro. That would be cool as hell to see. Take out whole armies just cause. Casually a planetary threat. All right, y'all have a beautiful day, beautiful night. Peace.